Hello! Perfidious Pete here. Back to try and cash in on some of that fat fruit of the sea Louisiana shrimp money down in the stagnant swamps of Perfidious Manor in Darkest Dungeon. Yep, barbecued, boiled, broiled, baked, sauteed, kebabed, creoled, gumboed, pan-fried, deep-fried, stir-fried, pineappled, coconutted, peppered soup, stewed, saladed, burgered, or sandwiched. We gotta get us some of them dank Louisiana shrimp, cause old Bubba Blue here, mama's boy, he love him some of that shrimp, and we gonna get him some of that shrimp. Bubba Blue, he a big part of what coming up for us next down in our assault on the Darkest Dungeon, y'all. But before we can even attempt that assault, we gots to get old Bubba up to his legendary shrimp cooking status. Otherwise, it's his shrimp that's gonna get barbecued, boiled, broiled, baked, and etc. before he ever even really get a chance. We can't take Bubba in to a maximum level dungeon unless he is a legend. And the best way for us to make a man like Bubba is a legend, well, you know, is probably to have just mentioned his friend Forrest, who take good old care of Bubba there. But what we really need to do is get a team we know can succeed in taking Bubba up against the worst odds. That we can handcuff these boys to Bubba and make them pick him up and run him out of danger, just like his old pal Forrest did. So, that's what we're going to do. And also, Bubba, by the way, don't think that if you die, your mama is getting your share of the loot. I don't see your mama down in the dungeon or out on that shrimping boat in a hurricane. So, you know what? I'll give your mama a reasonable settlement, but that's where I draw the line. Because my southern hospitality only goes so far, Bubba. Only so far. What's with the southern accent? I don't know, Pete. I just wanted to sound like I was from Louisiana for just a moment. Can a man sound like a Louisianan just for one brief shining moment? Also, been watching a lot of House of Cards lately. Felt like I got a little, I don't know, maybe a little Frank Underwood inside me there for a minute, just struggling to get out. So I thought I'd just embrace it. What do we need to do then? Cough, apparently. What we actually need to do is get some trinkets here. So, Sophia Pelletier. I mean, I like this team. I don't really think we need to try anything too terribly unconventional here. I think we just go for the old Commander's Orders, the Holy Orders. Grave Robber's Talisman. Yeah, I mean, I like the extra crit chance. I like the extra speed. It seems acceptable to us. In fact, you know what? Let's move Bubba back to the 4th slot here. What do we want to pair with this? Something that gives us some damage, ideally. Although, the bonus crit is in itself a form of damage. The bonus trap, disarm, and the bonus scouting chance is also nice. It does make us eat twice as much food, which is a little unfortunate, but all things considered, probably not the end of the world. We can also get 12 dodge and 10 accuracy for an extra 10 stress. Or we could get 15 dodge for 10 stress. You know what? I think I would actually rather have the lucky talisman, really. What about our Vestal? Well, I mean, nothing fancy going on here. It's just going to be the good old Sacred Scroll and the Tome of Holy Healing, which leaves old Bubba back there in the back there looking for some of that delicious gumbo to keep his appetite under control. We gonna give old Bubba there a little bit of Guardian Shield, keeping him safe like he gonna be keeping everybody else safe. Can we wear 2 shields? I don't see what giving us a bonus to move or stun skill really does for us if we're going to be fighting out of rank 4. That's just not useful. You know what might be good, though, is just like a whole bunch of extra dodge. Let's do that. We can use guard and dodge. That'll give us a 35% dodge. That's respectable. We could get, a modicum of dodge, actually, in another fashion, but I really feel like the extra stress is unfortunate, but we do have, at least one stress management unit in this party. And Bubba's got a nasty case of, I don't even remember what you got. Old Bubba there got him the hemophilia. Got that blood that won't clot down there. We got to thicken that up, boy. We throw some cornstarch in there and thicken it up like the base of a gumbo. And by that, I mean what we're going to do is probably just have them camp and have our grave robber go ahead and give him a little bit of hit from the snuff box to patch that up. So let's get our provisions on. Boy, you better throw some shrimp in now on those provisions. Y'all better be bringing them shrimp. Well, I'm not bringing any shrimp, but I'm going to bring 24 food, 4 shovels. Let's grab a couple anti-venom, a couple bandages. I think 1 medicinal herb is probably enough. 1 key, of course. We have a holy water, which is probably adequate. Let's grab 2 full stacks of torches here. We are going into a medium-length dungeon, but it is a champion-level dungeon as well, so it never hurts to have an adequate light supply ready to work. What's our mission here? I think it was recover 3 holy relics, which is fine. With the Grave Robber's Talisman, our scouting chances are going to be pretty good. Our goal is to just get in and get out quick. Just like old Force did, boy, when that hurricane hit, man, after that, shrimping was easy. Lieutenant Dan, though, you know, he was mad at God, but he found his peace. And we scouted right away. This is beautiful. So what we really want to do is try to avoid combat at pretty much every possible opportunity. Yeah, stop moving my map, though. So we got a trap. We're going down here because there's a secret door. Secret doors mean shitloads of loot. We want those shitloads of loot. So we can hit 2 of our potential quest locations. If we just go over and down, we're going to have to hit this room anyway. Maybe we can get lucky and get a little more scouting and find out whether our final quest location is there. I would love to get through this dungeon, which is like a minimum, just a minimum of encounters. That's what I'm looking for. 135% for the disarm. Yeah, I guess we'll just go with that then. Nobody else was going to have any kind of chance at that at all. So here's our first holy relic. I mean, okay. So, I mean, yep. There it is. We're a third of the way done. I mean, I like getting out to an early lead. It feels pretty good. No room battle here, of course. We're going to head down this way. We will have a room battle after this, but that's fine. Again, a chance for, well, 1, it's a quest location, but 2, it's another opportunity to scout. And we won't really have to go to the ends of the earth. Oh, we're going to steal? No, you're just compulsively touching it. That's fine. Sack's contents are ours, 500 gold. Really, all we want to do is just get in with a minimum of... We want to get to where we need to go with like a minimum of combat. Why a minimum of combat? Because I'm terrified of these really, really, really high-ranking monsters that we've been running into lately. Those guys have been kicking my buttocks. And I'm tired of having my buttocks kicked. This is not... I mean, I know I've been making a lot of Forrest Gump references this episode, but this is not a Gumpian-level adventure. I don't want to get shot in the buttocks. Lock mechanism was trapped, but we don't give a shit. We're about to wander into a fight, so let's go ahead and max our light level here. Alright, this is a fairly manageable fight, and most importantly, this fight, no champion monster, which is exactly what we wanted to see. The big, immediate shot of the crit was delightful. Okay, here comes a coral at Maud Flanders. Maud takes it to the face like a champ. You know, we could command and give somebody huge... You know what? No, let's just give everybody a little speed and dodge here. If we get our speed ratio high enough, we could have our whole team theoretically winning a speed roll on our next round and getting off on these guys again before they get a chance to go. Beautiful dodge from Sophia. She's going to be real hard to hit. Sophia's dodge is pretty much off the chain at the moment. Maud Flanders just going to pull for a little self-healing. We're going to take whatever this guy can dish out, but he's just throwing an axe at Dwayne Hicks. Not really much of a problem for the Hickster. Speed roll gets the kill. You know, yeah, I think we just go ahead and continue with the dodge. I mean, as much dodge as we got stacked on. The enemies are going to be doing all of the dodging and making us sorely disappointed. Fortunately, Maud Flanders was there to bring it back from the brink. Little axe blade here. Yep. Okay, not the end of the world. This is going to seem like an odd choice. We're actually going to try and shadow fade this guy because they are very vulnerable to stun. And then we should be able to leap back in front of him before that stun becomes a problem. Just more damage, more speed. Our entire team should be beating this guy on a stealth roll. What the fuck, Hicks? That's 0 for 2, dog. Maud Flanders only did 3 damage and she still outdid you. Alright, well, it's going to be all Sophia this fight, I guess. Nice shot from Sophia, 19 damage critical. Let's just go ahead and throw a guard here. Maud Flanders. We should probably try and do a little stress relief if the opportunity arises. Let's get one of those out of here. Just to help keep Dwayne under control, and we can finish this guy off with the... Nope, never mind. I'm gonna say hopefully we can finish this guy off with the bolt from the blue. Sophia will dodge it anyway. Yep, see, I had no worries. Her dodge is out of control right now. She has a 79% dodge chance. She's basically unhittable. And there's another stun for us. So, hey, you know what? Another opportunity for a little stress relief. Why not? You can go ahead and continue to bolster us there, Bubba. And we will stress relieve Bubba one more time. Now we really got to kill this guy or we're going to get the dilly-dally penalty. So, never mind. We already got the dilly-dally penalty. Still, we spread out our stress a little bit. We basically picked up what we sacrificed in the stress department. But that's effectively fine. Just go ahead and Toxic Trickery. This will make us completely unhittable. We have a 99% dodge here. I would like for you to command Dwayne Hicks, because the idiot's having trouble fucking doing anything. Pull from the blue for a little bit of damage there, and Hicks is gonna, well, I thought he was gonna lose the speed roll, but he somehow managed to turn it around. We got a scouting whistle. Alright, we don't. Is it Darius Rucker, though? The blackest of fates? We care not about the blackest of fates. What we care about is Darius Rucker, who has a noble and beautiful fate. I'm just reorganizing my skills because I hate it when they get mixed up. It makes me hit the wrong buttons sometimes, and I don't like hitting the wrong buttons. I like touching all the right buttons. Just once in my miserable life, I'd love to hear a lady say, "Oh, Pete, you're touching all the right buttons." And I could be like, "Yeah, that's right. He's touching the right button." But you know, I'm never gonna hear that. Well, seeing how medicinal herbs, I would rather have 8 crests. We're gonna have another room battle in here. We will need to burn a torch. You know, it's not the end of the world. I would love to pull a scout at the end of this so I know whether or not I need to go to this room, because I really don't want to wind up getting caught in a bunch of backtracking fights. I have very little interest in that. Sophia's starting things off with a nice dagger. We knew the stress attacks were coming at Bubba Blue. This is why we brought a stress relieving unit. But holy shit pickles, did he take a lot of stress there. I didn't dodge that one, did you, Sophia? Also, the critical is lovely because, of course, more stress. Bubba takes a mark. Okay, Bubba, I really feel like it's time you give us all some bonus dodge here so we can start getting out of the way of some of this shit. Give Hicks a little bit of aggregate damage there. Okay, 9. Hicks took a debuff of some variety. Not the end of the world. We really got to go for the heals here, even though I don't really want to go for the heals. I'd rather have thrown some damage on the stress unit. Maybe we'll get lucky. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. There's my crit from Sophia, picking us up a little bit of that stress as well. Bubba's going to get good heals out of pretty much anything we throw at him. Comes a spear thrust. I can't help but notice that Bubba is not dodging well. These criticals, though, starting to get a little irritating. Little bit irritated. All right, Bubba, just keep us with the dodge, bro. Keep the dodge going. Okay, we're gonna have to stress heal here because Bubba is getting a little bit, he's a little worried. Okay, there's the dodge. Sophia can't really do anything from this position, so let's just go ahead and stun this guy. That will drop the stun on a guy who's a relatively high damage unit. It also moves Dwayne Hicks back to the front where he can do a massive 4 damage. That's beautiful. It's a good thing we brought Maud Flanders along. More dodge then. Bubba, keep the dodge high, bro. I'm just glad none of those were criticals. I'm a little salty that we didn't get more dodge out of it. I'm just glad there were no crits in that pile of crap. Bubba, more dodge, please. Even with all these bonuses to dodge, man, I can't help but feel like we are not dodging maybe as much as we really should be. Sophia, let's go for the divine heal. Some criticals here to get a little aggregate stress relief would not go amiss. Nope, alright. Bubba still with no dodge, despite currently having a 61 dodge rating. Sophia's up to 93 dodge, which is just absurd. And we're gonna go probably double heals here for Bubba. Bubba, more dodge. Just keep it coming, bro. Keep that dodge coming. So we're gonna throw a big heal at Bubba. Well, never mind, we won't need a big. I was gonna heal here, but we technically don't need to. I think I'm still going to, because Bubba's stress. Managing Bubba's stress is a big part of this adventure. Here comes the dead weight. We dodged it. Don't even try to give me a Terry penalty here. I am actually fighting. So we're gonna go Shadow Fade. That got us the stun, and then we want to go roundabout beat down here. 4 damage from Maud Flanders. You know what? Give a little bonus accuracy, bonus crit here. The extra crit would not go amiss. 10 damage from Hicks. If Hicks wins a speed roll, well, he's not going to. I was gonna say if Hicks wins a speed roll here, we will go for a little additional stress relief, but he couldn't pull that out. Could camp here. I mean. These medicinal herbs, we should at least have somebody eat them. I mean, I hate to let them go to waste. Here, Hicks, you handle them. Oh, you can't use them? All right, well, those are going on the ground. Actually, they can't go in the ground because our inventory is full. So long, Scouting Whistle, don't need you. I do want those deeds even more than I want the 1,000 gold. I think we'll also just drink a little holy water and then take the 1,000 gold. and the medicine can stay on the floor. What about this chest? You know what? We're not gonna open that right now. We're gonna go hit our secret room first. We're gonna have to get rid of some stuff before we can hit the secret room to make it like fully beneficial to us, because we're full up here. It's a little early to camp, but I'm still gonna go ahead and do it. We need the inventory space, is what it boils down to. We gotta have inventory space. So all we really want to do is make sure we don't get nighttime ambushed. In order to do that best way, Zealous Vigil, I suppose. We don't get any actual stress benefits out of it, but none of our actual party members are stressed at all. So we're going to Snuff Box, get rid of that hemophilia. And then mostly what we want to do is just try and find a way to get rid of some excuse me? Darkest Dungeon, you really got to fix that where you can accidentally end your camp by... It's real salt-inducing. I don't want to accidentally end my camp because I'm trying to dismiss a chat bark. That's very irritating. Well, we got 2 extra food and nothing to do with it but throw it on the floor. If my choices are 2 food or 5,000 gold, I'm taking the 5,000 gold. We'll eat on the floor if we gotta. I don't really want to go do this room battle, but I don't really feel like we get an abundance of choice. The second I refuse to do this room battle then I guarantee that's where our final holy relic will be, and I wander up backtracking through this entire dungeon looking for it. We just fight this fight. All things considered, this is not a terrible fight for us, especially starting it off with a 26 damage crit from our girl there. Well, I was hopeful that Bubba would get a chance to go, but the crushing blow hit Dwayne Hicks. That's not the end of the world. We can patch that right up. We'll just buff those dents right out of your armor, Dwayne. Don't even worry about it. Taking a little spear thrust. All right, well, let's start stacking on the dodge then. Pile it up. We can get 7 dodge at a run. We cannot hit that man for... All right. I was thinking about going for the stress heal, but Bubba's actually okay from a stress perspective. I'm very disappointed we did not get a kill there. Very disappointed. Let's give ourselves a little bit more dodge. Maud can clean up the mess for us. That's my girl. And then we just have Dwayne keep working the big man over. Comes the ground pound. I really expected some of you to fucking dodge that. We got all of this dodge up here. All of this dodge. And what do you guys do with it? Not a damn thing. That's what you do with it. More dodge. If he gets the chance to ground pound again, we want to make sure we can capitalize on what we got going here. Also, we can undo most of the damage this guy can do with his AoE attack with an AoE heal from Maud Flanders. It's these repeated crushing blows I'm looking to avoid. Just every time, right to the face. Dwayne is like, oh, what's that, a crushing blow? I better give it to me. I better step in front of that lest it find its way into my beloved Ripley. You know, we knew each other for all of like 5 minutes. That was plenty of time to fall in love, right? We're going to take another ground pound at this point. We may as well... Oh, nope, it's another crushing blow. Yeah, I was going to say that better not fucking hit. I was going to be real salty if that one had connected. Sophia with the extra critical, though, man, is really starting to tear people apart. Sunring is very good. We want that. The torch we can burn. The busts I'm less interested in. Let's get rid of this anti-venom. I want that sunring. The torch we can just carry on our stack. The busts, you know what? Probably more useful than 2 bandages. Scouting? That's what I wanted to see. Where's my last curio? Okay, it is... All right, our last quest objective then is not down here. So there's no reason for us to head this way. Let's backtrack. Probably we're going to open this heirloom chest. I don't really expect us to get a whole lot of mileage out of the heirloom chest because we don't have much inventory space. And anything we might actually care about from a like heirloom perspective, we're unlikely to be willing to... Well, that's a lot of busts. Well, I mean, we got 2 busts for opening it. If we had another stack... No, 6 busts are not worth... I mean, they are worth getting rid of these torches. Okay, you know what? Burn the torches, take the 6 busts. This leaves us down to 8 torches. I'm a little uncomfortable with this, but we should be able to minimize our backtracking and exploration, so our light level shouldn't really be a problem. I think 8 torches will be enough to get us the rest of the way through the dungeon. We are going to have a hallway battle here, so we'll want to make sure our light is high. It's like a Blondie song, except, you know, not about the ocean. The light is high. Little known fact about Perfidious Pete. One of my very earliest sexual fantasies actually involved Deborah Harry. After I saw her on The Muppet Show. Alright, there's a little Ren for Dwayne Hicks. Nothing that we can't patch up. That's only damage. This is very bad. Oh, look at the dodge from Bubba Blue. It's about time you dodged one, you chucklehead. So we'll throw the heal back at Dwayne Hicks. We really want to start getting some damage on these guys. These are stress units and units with AoE stress attacks, which we really don't want to take. I kind of feel like maybe the accuracy critical might have been more beneficial there. Well, we criticaled anyway. Turns out it didn't matter a lick. Okay. Dwayne Hicks's damage is just miserable. You know what? Let's command. I say we go for I say we go for offense here. Taking a little skull toss from Mod Flanders. 15 damage is not the end of the world. 11 is stress. Likewise, not the end of the world. That stun is very obnoxious, however. Okay, Sophia. Perfect. That was blazing damage. Blistering, in fact. I mean, more accuracy, more crit. Well, none of our attacks are going to miss from this point on. Skull toss for Bubba. Bubba takes it to the face for 12, but more importantly, Bubba takes 20 stress off of that. AoE heal gets rid of most of the damage, but does nothing about the stress. Really, guys? This is what you're giving me, like 8 damage, 2 damage, 8 damage? We need more output than this. We're gonna bolster for a little bonus dodge. There's another rend. Sophia had basically a coin flip of dodging that and somehow managed to muck it up. So we're still in full AoE heal territory. Somebody please hit this man. You guys have critical out the butthole. Why is no one doing it? You know, critical right there would have ended the fight. Just throwing that out there. Little more dodge in the hopes that maybe we can actually dodge one. Nope. On the plus side, that attack doesn't... I don't know what the hell is wrong with Hicks. Apparently he was asleep at the beginning of the mission and nobody remembered to say, somebody wake up Hicks. And so he just decided, well, fuck it. If nobody's waking me up, I'm sleeping through the whole thing. I mean, I'd love to grab the portraits and I'd love to get that emerald, but other things we have in our inventory I feel are more valuable. We're going to leave these books alone because Darkest Dungeon wants you to remember to never read. Scouting, though. Scout? How about a little scout? That's my stuff right there. Help me get through this dungeon. Help me help you, dungeon. Curio. Quest location. All right, then. So this may seem cowardly, and it probably is cowardly, but we already have as much cash as we're going to be able to carry out of this dungeon. There is no advantage into hanging around here. There is nothing to be gained from loitering in this dungeon, so we're just going to throw that on the floor, complete our quest, take our loot, and we're just going to beat it. We came for EXP, we got EXP, and we also managed to pull in a buttload of cash and a set of holy waters that we can have for backup in case, you know, our crusader gets killed. 29,000 in cash and prizes, but more importantly, we didn't quite achieve our goal of getting Bubba to where he wanted to be, but we got closer, and we got Maud Flanders up there. She also picked up 5 dodge, which replaced unerring. I like unerring because it's bonus accuracy, but that's really not that important for a Vestal, necessarily. Okay, you got Stout, which replaced Lurker. Lurker gives us bonus action in a dark then, so this is effectively nothing for nothing. And we also picked up Automatanophobia, which is terrifically bad. We're going to want to get rid of that. Might even use some of our ridiculous slush fund of cash that we picked up there. Cool. Oh, well, Cloister is free, Transept is free, Penance Hall is free. All right. Well, who needs stress relief? Padme, I know you do, and you're a flagellant, so all you will do is whack yourself. Very funny, Caretaker. Fucking dick. What a jerk. We could toss Bubba into the mix, but I kind of want to... I'm thinking maybe we just go with the same team on our next mission. I'm really salty. Does it have to be the Penance Hall? You jerk. Did it have to be the Penance Hall? We don't even really have anybody else who needs stress relief. I mean, nobody else is even really... Nobody else has stress. I mean, I suppose we could give it to, like, Nicholas Brody or Russell Franklin, because free is free. You have 3 stress. That'll go away on its own. You have 19 stress. All right, well, here, fine. Go, I don't know, pray to a higher power. I am your servant. Nicholas Brody playing to a higher power and supplicating himself before the gods. Oh, there's a little poetic justice right there. Stagecoach. I really would prefer to increase the number of heroes available. We're only rocking with 16 heroes here. We don't really need to enhance the number of slots that we have. We got no use for it. We could do some weapon or armor upgrades, but honestly, I think all that stuff can probably wait till next time. If you've enjoyed this episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see more of them dang Louisiana shrimp just jumping in a boat, might consider subscribing as well, because come on, y'all, who doesn't love some good old barbecued, broiled Louisiana fruit of the sea? I don't know. And if there is someone out there who don't love the Louisiana fruit of the sea, I don't know them, but you know what? I don't want to know. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.